I'm Eric Hoogerhouse, Vice President Sales and Marketing for Setras. Thank you for coming to our website and for giving us the opportunity to talk a bit about ProcessMeter, our platform for end user application use, data capture, and application monitoring. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about ProcessMeter, the components, the architecture, the benefits, the kind of data that it provides to an end user organization. ProcessMeter basically is a vehicle for capturing usage data at the point of usage at a user's desktop. It has the ability to capture and report on information or data usage, whether the user is online or offline. The architecture is basically three tiers. We have three components. One is an agent that sits at the user's desktop. We have a manager that consolidates information and has configuration files for a number of agents. And finally, the back-end data reporting platform is either SaaS-based or an on-premise appliance for organizations that need behind the firewall security. ProcessMeter basically captures state changes for an application. I launch an application, the application goes into idle mode because I'm doing something else. I go back into activity or I log off. That's what we capture, and after that, ProcessMeter is able to additionally capture attribute information around the application, the licensing, who the user belongs to from an organizational standpoint, those kinds of things. The reporting out of the database, central database, is all web-based, and the reports that we provide an organization are either in CSV format for export, PDF, or HTML if I'm just doing online reporting and analysis. We've been asked a number of times why ProcessMeter, is there a need for another reporting solution? We think the answer is yes, and for the following reasons. As application providers shift from perpetual to subscription licenses, as organizations and vendors package applications differently, you need to be able to get reporting information that you couldn't get or didn't need before issue number one. Issue number two, organizations want to take the guesswork out of their licensing, and they need real-time point of usage data to be able to source that kind of information. And they also need to provide usage information to different stakeholders in the organization, and for that, it required a different architecture, a different platform, and ProcessMeter is that technology that allows us to go from the reporting requirements of today into the reporting requirements of the future and be able to cover both sides. We position ProcessMeter in the software asset management space. We differ from the SAM vendors in the fact that we believe the other vendors focus on the entitlement life cycle, or I've got entitlements, which PCs do they go to, I change entitlements, how does it shift? We're not concerned about that. We add value specifically around the point of usage of the applications themselves. It's still asset management, but we focus on maximizing the value of the asset, whether it's the application or the user, not the entitlement. ProcessMeter provides a number of benefits, the biggest being that we provide, or it provides, a 360-degree view of usage to an organization, meaning different stakeholders have access to the subset of information that's important to them. Overall, we provide trending and peak usage so that customers can identify when and how they're reaching thresholds around licensing or application usage. We help customers with license optimization so that they know what is the peak kind of usage, who the heaviest, lightest users are, and what sets each group apart for comparison kinds of purposes. The same thing with applications, so that you don't have to be concerned about where the application runs or resides. It's who's using it, how is it being used, again, to optimize the application and the users of those applications. And finally, for compliance officers, we help them identify when licenses are shifting from one server to another, or we can help them identify which licenses have been acquired outside of procurement, so they can do a better job of ensuring that all the licenses that are being used are in fact accounted for.